Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome to the one-shot double feature from the subreddit HFY. Both of these stories have been written by LgFatherAnthrocite. The link to the originals will be down below. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Story number 1. Misunderstandings. Whitney Nichols sat in the interrogation room nervously fidgeting in her seat. She had been yanked out of a line at the boarding platform and unceremoniously dumped in the room hours ago. Since then, she had been interviewed several times by several different alien species, all of whom asked her who her target was and who she worked for. She kept telling them that she simply was an aide to the Terran ambassador and that she had no target, and did not know what they were talking about. After what seemed like an eternity, the door opened and several aliens and humans walked into the room. Mrs. Nichols, on behalf of the Galactic Legal Quorum, allow me to apologize for the manner in which you were treated. I assure you, no ill intent was behind this. However, as Terra has just started the process of joining, there are a great many things our two cultures do not understand about one another, the Galaxy representative said, bowing deeply at the waist. She wished she had a better grasp on the morphology, which was the alien race. There is no need to apologize, as I have not received any rough treatment. In fact, may I offer my own apologies for whatever actions I took to cause this incident, she replied, all bending deeply at the waist. She was at least trained in the proper protocol for interactions with the DLQ members. You have done nothing wrong, Mrs. Nichols. The incident was caused by a misunderstanding. You have a medical implant, is that correct? The Galaxy representative asked. Yes, that is correct, she replied, turning to look at the slightly uneasy reactions of the other aliens in the room. It was a device that caused the incident, Mrs. Nichols, said the GLQ spokesbeing. I don't understand. Why would that cause an issue, she replied. It showed up on the security scans when you boarded, an inorganic inclusion in your biomass. It was immediately suspect. Such things are, uncommon amongst the GLQ member species. In fact, they are usually only seen in captured assassins, typically concealed weapons or bombs, the Galaxy explained. Once we approached your contingent and explained why you were being sequestered, they explained to us that we had found, the Zetchki representative said. The ant-like antennae were waving around in what was a distressed fashion, though none of the humans knew that yet. We were shown medical records and video of a human surgery. The antennae waved even more violently. Indeed, many of us were distressed to find out about such things. There were very few species that could survive such manipulations. Most GLC species are not from planets such as Earth, said the Marinic representative. Whitney noticed a slight pause in the Marinic representative statement. Planets such as Earth. Death worlds. This was something to do with humans being the dwarves of the galaxy. Squat, strong, and fond of ethanol. Whitney smiled a little and remembered the bike accident that had caused the injury. She was only 12 when it happened, and the plate that they used to fix the brake was still in her thigh, just above her knee. If it interests you, I can show you the surgery site. She started to hitch up her leg pants and watched the barely suppressed glee as the alien representatives all became more agitated, color shifting. Antennae practically whirred like propellers, eye stalks retracted. She placed her foot on the stool that she had been sitting on and revealed a 5-inch long scar that ran down her knee and up her mid-thigh. I can assure you, there is no easy way to remove a titanium plate in there, or to use it as a weapon, she said. That's fine, thank you, said the Galaxy. We can see the wound was healed. If you poke right here, you can just feel the edge of the plate. She pushed her finger into the end of the scar, just above her knee. That was when the Zetchki representative passed out. End of story 1. Story number 2. The Arts. There were a great many species throughout the galaxy known for their achievements in the arts. The Zetchki were renowned for their enormous sculptures carved from a single massive branch of the Zedball tree. The artists would chew the designs into the wood, creating massive, intricate, interwoven shapes, with moving parts, chains and pulleys, counterweights, and more from a single tree limb. The Bacchanal created massive divine engines, warp generators, that not only hauled subfunds and cargo through the galaxy, but the mechanisms themselves, the devices, were breathtaking in their form and complexity. Every nut perfectly torqued, every bolt polished to a mirror. The Koga clans would put on concerts. The thrumming of the whole clan deep in their throat sacs would fill whole amphitheaters with harmonics, melodies, and hauntingly beautiful. Recitals were often difficult to get tickets for, as they sold out swiftly, regardless of the venue. The galaxy was rife with such beauty. The works of many species were documented, studied, dissected, and discussed. Museums and universities often featured classes in both the creation and the appreciation of multiple forms. But of all the art forms made by all the species from all the civilized galaxy, none were so prolific as the humans. They would often practice the art of other cultures, their own and those of other species. The thing that set humans apart from most of the galaxy in relation to art was language. Both species adopted a single tongue long before they ventured beyond the helioscape of their home system. But humans were, let's just say, stubborn. They all know Terran Standard, but despite having a unified language, they insisted on keeping the regional mother languages alive. Ceci n'est pas une piper is the phrase that all human art lovers know, despite it being in the now deprecated language called French. The phrase Ich bin ein Berliner was a German phrase from one of the great equatorial records of pre-Earth contact, notable for being in the speech of an entirely different language. Another German phrase, I be it macht frei, is a phase threat still in sadness, heartache, despair, and shame by many humans millennia after its use. Cogito ergo sum, a Latin phrase, was deeply introspective part of the early human philosophy. Many early religions used Latin as a language, and because Earth's unique history, it became the language of their sciences as well. Many of Earth's flora and fauna have Latin taxonomies. The diversity of tongues has served Earth well, as nearly any word or phrase in the galaxy can be translated to one old Earth language or another. The Biofec were astounded by the use of the zeitgeist to explain the cultural shifts that ran through their people. No one had ever translated it before into a single word. Similarly, Teloxionai were also easily translated to humans, and a great many other difficult-to-convey concepts were on a wide swath of the galaxy were translated into earthling words and phrases. So when the great Earth publishing houses gathered and produced the Universal Dictionary, the sales were astronomical. Every consulate, every dignitary, every ambassador, leader, commander, everyone wanted a copy. The dictionary was, after many years, cheaply bought, widely available, and had created a whole new economy of several worlds, and was constantly updated through the infinites on most planets and space stations. It brought about a new age of communication and understanding. The device was small, roughly 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and about half an inch thick. It is nearly indestructible. The front was a touchscreen device capable of accepting the input from digits, pulps, pseudopods, tentacles, claws, manipulators, and even a stylus, when all else failed. It held a dictionary for every commonly used word in every language, with its definition, origin, and closest translation in every other language. It considered by many to be one of the finest works of art in the galaxy. For some reason, humans understand that when the device powers up, a phrase appears in English. The humans will only say that it's a joke, but any attempt to explain it will fail when at first on the screen reads, "Don't panic." End of the second story. And that, my friends, is the end of this Reddit Quickie. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to support this channel, there are numerous ways to do so, listed in the description down below. The easiest and best way would be to share this video and my channel as much as possible. I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope that you have a good one until then. Cheers. P.S. With all the changes in YouTube recently, it has become more a case of when my account will get banned rather than if my account will be banned. the same as everyone else. If you look down below, there is a link to my SoundCloud account where everything gets backed up. I recommend that you follow that account just in case something happens to this account. Other than that, everything will still continue as normal. Thanks. Cheers.